Here, welcome to another video. So in today's video, we're gonna go see the Miata right now. I bought it about a week and a half ago. If you haven't seen that video, click the corner right now. I bought a Miata 91 for $1,600. It's running. The dude, I don't even know, his reason for selling was he just had too many cars, which is always like a weird reason. So after buying the Miata, I drove it to my cousin's house, who's like the Dom Toretto of the family. He knows everything about cars. So we did a quick little analysis, and what we realized was we have to change both the belts, so the alternator belt and the power steering belt. And that was kind of it as far as like things that needed to get changed. Like the car ran fine. I drove it 30 minutes from deep Long Island to like part of Queens. The car also had an exhaust leak, but that's not really a big of a deal. And from what we saw, it was just that. So after we changed the belt, we did a couple little test drives, and then we realized a bigger problem. So I guess I'll wait till I get there to show you guys that. But that's kind of me just catching you up to where we are right now with the Miata. So I wanted, when I initially bought it, I wanted to learn how to drift in it. So I'm about to check right now if it has the LSD. I bought the first mod. So if you have a Miata, especially an NA Miata, well, especially a naturally aspirated Miata is what I mean by NA. But that's the Racing Beat intake. The intake it has right now is literally right above the header, so it's sucking in hot air, which is probably one of the reasons that it's running rich. So what we're gonna do that is install this today. I'm probably really not gonna show you guys that because Miata videos are so like redundant and everyone is making them at this point. But I'm basically outside of the Miata, so I'll show you guys exactly what we did in 1 sec. So here's the Miata. I guess I'll show you guys what we did. So we changed that belt and that belt. We cleaned the intake manifold. We cleaned the throttle body. Did the cruise control delete so I could just make it easier when I actually got it in the mail. What else did we do? Quick little power wash. As you see, it's not as bad under there. So my goal with this build, like I was saying, is that I want it to be like a car that I can learn how to drift in, or autocross to do something, which is kind of hard living in New York City. There isn't really a lot of places that I can do that. I saw that Club Loose is still doing that, so I might go over there. I think the next one is like October 6th or something. Don't quote me, but I would be hype if I could take this car there October 6th. But I'm only honestly like $300 into the Miata as of right now, so I have some money to play with as far as roll bar, helmet, tires and stuff like that, because all I did so far was buy a brand new battery, which it needed. Both of the belts were Gates. That was like a total of 20 bucks. Carburetor cleaner to clean all of this. And that's pretty much it. I got this, which was which is like $250, right? Yeah, that's like $250. So I'm about like $500 into the Miata as of right now. So I still have $500 to spend comfortably before I'm like, all right, let me not invest a lot of money in this 200K rusted out Miata. So with that being said, let's install the intake. I'll show you guys parts of it. So here's the unboxing. If you have a naturally aspirated Miata, definitely consider buying this. It's 150% worth it. I put these on all my naturally aspirated Miatas. Well, I never had a turbo Miata. I put these on all my Miatas. My other two Miatas I had, this was like one of the first things I did, because if you have an intake like this, I know some people put it that way. Some people put a little shield here, but like the way it's currently constructed is just breathing up hot air, which is terrible. So what I'm gonna do now is just take it off. It's pretty simple. Just take boom, 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 boom off. Take this off. It comes with the hardware already. So like the brackets, you can put it on right here, mount it, and I don't think this should be in the way, and it should just stop right here. So let's get into that right now. I don't feel like getting my GoPro right now, but we're driving the Miata home right now, right? A lot of things have changed from yesterday's video. I'll get into it once I get home. Hopefully I get home safely, because the car is not good. So we'll see what happens. And I keep you guys posted in like 4 seconds. So luckily we made it here safe and sound. I'll give you guys an update on exactly what's happening with the $1,600 Miata. It went from a great purchase to a steal to the brake line exploded. That was pretty trash. And then now it's at the point where it's like, all right, now you're kind of becoming annoying, Miata. I don't know what you want from me, but let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. As much as I don't want to record Miata content, I actually wish I did, because there's so many freaking weird things happening to the Miata to a point where like it would be funny to document everything and document everything that we fix and stuff like that. But let's go quick little backstory. We're gonna start from the beginning. So this was posted on Craigslist for $1,850. The dude posted it at like 8 a.m. and I bought it at like 10:30 a.m. I was on it. So When I bought it, what it needed was the belts, like I said, were bad. The AC didn't work, but that wasn't really in the post. I mean, none of the stuff that were bad were in the post. But what we changed so far is the belts, fixed the AC. It actually blows cold. The battery was dead. And that's all that we knew right away. After we changed that, the brake line exploded, the hard brake line down here. And we had to make our own, and that's brand new. So we did that. And then we changed the racing beat intake because the other one was literally at the top of the headers and it was just dumb. I don't know why anyone does that. If you have a Miata, don't do that. So we put the brand new intake on, and that looks great. So after that, we went on another drive, and then when we went on that drive, we heard this. And I'm sorry if that's too loud, but that's what we heard. And I was like, wait, we got rod now? Are you kidding me? After all that time we put in, all the money we put in, I really got rod knock. But then I was like, wait, I don't hear like a thump. Like rod knock is like dump, 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 dump. It's more of like a rattle. See what I mean? So then I was like, all right, let's take off the head. Let's see if we mess something up when we were changing everything. So we took off the head, we changed the oil, we put thicker oil. I put 1040 oil, and we were trying to hear something. So we got under here, started turning that manually, and then we heard like the little ticking sound. So I was like, fuck, maybe I spun a bearing. Maybe that's what it was. And then my cousin put the bright idea of putting your foot down on the clutch while you're doing it, because it might be transmission related, and that's what it is. So it's the clutch bearing, clutch release bearing is what's giving it that sound. So look, I'll give it some gas right now. See how it sounds really bad? Now I'm gonna engage in the clutch and do the same exact thing. I mean, you kind of, it might sound the same, but it doesn't. It doesn't sound the same, especially when you're driving. You see, look, I just went from idle to 2K, nothing. And then I let go of the clutch. Now I'm gonna do the same exact thing. You see what I mean? So it's the transmission release clutch. It's a clutch bearing. That's what it is. That's what we think it is. He's about like 99% sure, and I trust his judgment. So at this point, it's like, all right, what do I do? Do I keep the Miata that's making a bunch of noise? Hopefully you can hear me. Do I keep the Miata and I fix that? I do it myself, or I pay to get it done. I went to a shop not too far. They said it's $350 to take out the transmission. And then here I would have to fix whatever needs to get fixed. So let's just say $500. Or do me and my cousin do it? We just jack the car up as high as we can, take the transmission out, and do it ourselves. That's my dilemma right now. When I was changing the oil, there was no copper, nothing, no metal particles at all in the oil. So I'm not gonna take out the oil pan because that's way too hard. But when we did that, nothing happened. I mean, there was no metal shavings or anything in the oil. So that's where we are. So what I'm thinking is maybe putting it for sale for like a week or a couple days and seeing what happens. If someone wants to buy it for like 2K without the racing beat intake, if they want the intake, it's gonna be like 2,200. I can do that. So that way I make a little bit of money because I did change a lot of things. And that person just has to get the bearing done. If they can do it themselves, cool. If they don't want to do it themselves, then that's also cool. But it has 200K. I have the K truck already. I have my daily Corolla. And I love Miatas. Don't get me wrong. I love, love, love Miatas. But the thing with this Miata is that when I get it fixed, let's pretend that gets it fixed, it's $500. It's still a rusty, unsavable Miata, you know what I mean? And it's good to work on BS cars. Like if this was like a Mint Unos Roadster, I would not want to be doing this right now. But the fact that like the quarter panels are cut, the fenders are cut, it's very rusty down there. It's like, I don't know, I don't really want to put money into this. Like I don't even care if I only sell it for like 18, nah, I wouldn't take 1,800. I would take like a minimum 2K, but I don't care if I only make like $200, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be butthurt about that. But at the same time, when I'm driving it right now, it feels good. Like it drives good. Like it has coilovers, front and rear sway bars, a full exhaust. I need to cap because it stinks, but a full exhaust, good racing seats, 5-point harness, that's good. Alcantara wheel feels good. A lot of things that are good. It has a lot of pros in the car. It's just like me personally, I don't know if I care enough to get those things fixed. Hopefully you heard me over this loud ass car. Let me turn it off right now. This is where we're at with the Miata. The K-Truck is gonna be right here. It was kind of cool for a little while having 3 cars, but in reality, I still don't really need this car. I never did. This might be my 3rd car. I don't need to buy this car. Pretty sure I'm not gonna buy it. That's where we're at right now. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the Miata roller coaster. Let me know below if I should keep it or if I should sell it. I'm thinking about just selling it, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Peace. Alright, so it's like 10 o'clock right now. I just sold the Miata for 2,300 bucks. I'm pretty sad right now, I'm not gonna lie. There's a new owner to take care of the Miata, my G. And that's it.